Okay, item number 10.2, we have a public hearing to consider approval of the resolution to submit a ballot proposition on the August ballot to enact a 0.3% public safety sales tax, and again, ask staff to come forward and brief.
Thank you again, Commissioners. This public hearing is to consider the resolution submitting a ballot proposition to enact the 0.3% public safety sales tax. If approved, the proposition will be on the August ballot. The proposed use of the criminal justice sales tax would be for, well, first off, the revenues are expected to be about $1,300,000, and the proposition states that it will be used exclusively for criminal justice purposes. The proceeds would then be used for additional corrections deputies, approximately $400,000, inmate outsourcing, approximately $360,000, a jail improvement reserve of approximately $120,000, pretrial court services for $120,000, district court $100,000, public defense paralegal $70,000, in the clerk's office another $70,000, and for the prosecutor's office about another $60,000. The ballot measure text would read as: sales and use tax increase of 0.3% for criminal justice purposes. Mason County adopted resolution number something -19 concerning a sales tax use tax increase pursuant to RCW 82.14.450. If approved, this proposition would authorize the county to impose an additional sales and use tax of 0.3%, split between the county collecting 60% and the city of Shelton collecting 40% as required by state law. Proceeds shall be exclusively used for criminal justice purposes in accordance with RCW 82.14.450. And budgetary impacts again are about $1,300,000 of revenue to the county.
Okay, very good, thank you. Any questions for staff, commissioners? Okay, any questions from the public for staff? Chief?
So Frank, you talked about some of that money being set aside for corrections deputies.
Correct.
And that kind of coincides with the plan to transport people back and forth from the Olson building of district court, as well as when we go about the new jail project, having those people hired and trained and be able to transition them into the new, as additional staff in the new jail.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, any other questions for staff? Okay, hearing none, we will move into public testimony. If you would like to make comment, raise your hand. The chair will recognize you and come to the podium, state your name. Any public comment? Any public comment? Okay, hearing none, we'll close the public comment period and move to commissioner deliberation or motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the resolution submitting a ballot proposition on the August ballot to enact the 0.3% public safety sales tax.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the resolution submitting a ballot proposition on the August ballot to enact the 0.3% public safety sales tax. Any additional discussion?
Yeah, I have. I want to make it clear, I will be voting in favor of this, but what I'm voting for is putting it on the ballot. The reason why I would never deny the people the right to burden themselves. I'm still up in the air on whether or not I'm fully supportive of it and whether I will vote for it, but not because of anything that's on here. It's something that's still just missing. There's some issues with potential money and revenues that are coming in for different positions. I would want to make sure that we have some kind of a line item set aside to where those positions, before they are filled, before they are needed, will go into reserve for that opportunity when or if we do end up getting a jail, as one example. But I will be voting in favor of it for the with the idea that the people can make those decisions.
Very good, thank you, Commissioner. Any additional discussion? Okay, and I would just add to Commissioner Netherland's remarks there. I'm not sure if Frank mentioned this in his briefing, but this was one of the options put forward by the Citizens Budget Advisory Commission that was convened last year, and so this has already gone through a citizen-driven advisory board. It has also been recommended unanimously by the county's criminal justice working team, and so this has already begun to be vetted in, as a ballot measure in the community by folks that have either taken a look at the county's finances as part of that process last year, or folks that are a part of our county's, and when I say county, I mean folks that even work for the city criminal justice system in the county. So this has gotten a couple of looks. I do want to mention that the breakdown on here was a draft that we had discussed as a commission, I believe, last week. And so it has been kicked back to the criminal justice departments in the county for review and comment. And so we'll be finalizing that hopefully in the coming couple of weeks. One thing I can assure you of, though, is that when this ballot measure is on the ballot, people will know what the money is going directly towards. And this 0.3% is dedicated solely to these projects within the criminal justice system that are long overdue as well. So we'll be having those conversations a little bit more fully in the first couple of weeks, because we can finalize it then, but we needed to get language to the auditor's office by May 10th in order to get it on an August ballot. So that's why that's still in draft form, but the ballot language would be unchanged and to the auditor before their deadline. Any additional discussion? Okay, hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion carries.